So you want to improve and clean up your English grammar. That's wonderful. But where to begin? In this video, I explain 5 common mistakes that my students make from the lowest level to the highest. And your problems are probably different from language to language, but these 5 common mistakes are things that if you can practice and work on them will improve your grammar the most. You probably learned simple present early when you were learning English, but for some reason, everyone tends to forget to say the final S on their third person singular verbs, like she runs, he goes, the dog sleeps. From the very lowest level to the very highest, I always have to make this correction in speaking and writing. The use of a, an, and the. First of all, it can be confusing to know when to use each one or when to use none at all. Please review your rules. On top of that, if you come from a language that does not use articles like Chinese or Russian, this can be particularly difficult. In English, word order is very, very important. It's called syntax. And it's very important to remember that when we talk about nouns and want to describe them, the adjective needs to come before the noun, like the red car, the large house. Many languages, like the Romance languages, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French, or languages like Arabic, actually will have noun adjective word order. Remember that when you are speaking English, you need to flip the two. Whenever I'm teaching verbs, and this could be from the very simple present to the perfect tenses, I use this idea of the verb sandwich to help make the word order and the creation of these verbs a little bit clearer. Verb sandwiches appear most frequently when we have to use a negative or a question, like he does not like to eat meat. In this case, does is a piece of bread, like is a piece of bread, and not is the cheese or the burger or whatever in the middle. Does not like sandwich. Or does he like to eat meat? In the question, does and like, again, the verbs, are the bread of the sandwich. And in this case, he, the subject, is the cheese or the meat. Does he like verb sandwich? You can also put inside the sandwich, in addition to subjects and negatives, things like adverbs. And of course, in English, you must have a very clear subject. The subject is clearest when it is at the beginning of a sentence. And when you're giving your subject, watch your use of pronouns. Pronouns can sometimes make it confusing to understand who you are talking about. Keep your subject clear and make sure your pronouns are correct. Now that you have an idea of where to start, it's time to get to work. I will be uploading lessons on each of these tips soon, so make sure to check back and see what we're up to. Find more courses and information at englishonfire.teachable.com. Have fun, y'all!